Good morning, Bella. Good morning, Bella.
Good morning, family. Welcome to Chenchamon Morning Devotion. Today, Thursday, February 29th. Let's begin by greeting our beloved Heavenly Parent and true parents. Chanjian Chambunim Kyungbae. Param. Now for our family pledge in Korean, let's welcome Pastor Milhan Stevens.
가정맹세 1. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 잠사랑을 중심하고 번향 땅을 찾아 번연의 창조의 상인 지상 천국과 천상 천국을 창건할 것을 맹세하나이다. 2. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님을 모시어 천주의 대표적 가정이 되며 중심적 가정이 되어 가정에서는 효자, 국가에서는 중심, 세계에서는 성인, 천주에서는 성자의 가정의 도리를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 3. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 4대 심정권과 3대 왕권과皇족권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 4. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님의 창조 이상인 천주대 가족을 형성하여 자유와 평화와 통일과 행복의 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 5. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 천상세계와 대상적 지상세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진화할 것을 맹세하나이다. 6. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 하늘 부모님과 참 부모님의 대신 가정으로서 천운을 움직이는 가정이 되어 하늘의 축복을 주변에 연결시키는 가정을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 7. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 본연의 혈통과 연결된 위하는 생활을 통하여 심정문화 세계를 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다. 8. 천여국 주인 우리 가정은 참사랑을 중심하고 천여국 시대를 맞이하여 절대 신앙, 절대 사랑, 절대 복종으로 신인의 일체 이상을 이루어 지상 천국과 천상 천국의 해방권과 석방권을 완성할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Thank you, Pastor Milhan. Now for opening prayer, I'd like to pray today. Dearest, most beloved Heavenly Parent and true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, thank you so much for this day. Heavenly Parent, this has been quite a month, this month of February. So much has happened. We had True Parents' birthday and Foundation Day and the Heavenly Blessing. We had a new baby born. So many exciting things have happened this month. And we want to offer up this whole month to you, Heavenly Parent. All the good, all the bad, all the ugly, and all the beautiful. We know, Heavenly Parent, that there's been so many victories this month, but also some of our members have gone through incredible suffering with terrible health problems. Some of our members across the nation have passed away into the spiritual world. Some of our members have gone through a lot of sorrow and a lot of suffering. But we want to offer everything up to you, Heavenly Parent, with deep gratitude for your love and your guidance, and especially for our beloved true mother, We want to say thank you so much to our true mother for her love for all of us. And we want to say that we want to offer her our utmost loyalty and commitment, our absolute faith, absolute love, and absolute obedience. So thank you so much, Heavenly Parent. Today is February 29th. It's Leap Day. So we want to leap into the new month tomorrow. We want to leap into the new month tomorrow with excitement and hope and determination that we're going to bring great victory and success. We're going to witness and bring spiritual children. We're going to bring joy to you and to our true parents. Thank you for this day. Leap Day is like an extra special day, a gift. Thank you so much. I pray in gratitude for all of my brothers and sisters here that come to morning devotion every day, for all their support for Pastor Milhan. I know it's not easy to come here every day, to get up so early. And I know it's not easy for Pastor Milhan to have every single day to give like a little sermon with his reflections. But we're so grateful. We're grateful for his love for our true mother and for all of us. So thank you, Heavenly Parent. Thank you for this day. We want to offer you this day and offer you this whole month of February. And I pray in my name, I pray in true parents' names. Jim. Thank you. Okay, family, now it's time for our 100K reading. We're reading from the Mother of Peace, our True Mother's Memoir, and we're up to episode 47. Pastor Milhan.
Thank you so much, Aunt Kathleen. You are very gifted in prayer. That is for sure. I think we're all very moved. Yeah, we did offer up a lot. I like that. Good, bad, ugly, and beautiful. That's very well said. All right, sorry, just getting in my episode 47 here. Do we have any volunteer readers?
I can do it today.
Yay.
I haven't done it in a while. Episode
40. Yours. All right, I'm going to share my screen. How's this?
This is good. The only thing is, I'm going
to try to do the smooth scrolling this time. I don't know if this is a little bit easier.
Okay. Yes, great. Just the only thing is you have to do it, more like quickly, because since Zoom upgraded my Zoom without, just doing it, then I can't remove the little thumbnail on the side of the page. So it blocks some of the sentences.
Oh, okay. How about...
But if you just do it, just do it.
If I make it bigger, does that help? Or
no, it doesn't. No, just that don't wait till the end of the paragraph to.
You can slide them over, Kathleen.
The thumbnails.
Yeah, just.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, thank you so much. Gosh, God bless you. Okay, chapter 8. The mother builds the family builds the world. Loving your family means giving your life. I love you. These are the sweetest words. They are the first words, because through love, all life begins. But human beings can speak these words either responsibly or irresponsibly. God also gave animals the power to multiply through love. Animals search for a partner with whom to bear and raise offspring. But they differ from us in that for them, love is instinctual, and they are not responsible to make moral decisions related to love. For human beings, in contrast to animals, love is accompanied by responsibility. Love practiced with moral responsibility is what we call true love. A husband and wife who believe in the sanctity of love and fulfill their responsibility accordingly are practicing true love. Through their love, God creates a nest of happiness. True love makes us true husbands and wives who, after giving birth to sons and daughters, grow to become true parents. The saying, when one's home is harmonious, all goes well, is a truth of the highest value. It was true in the past, it is true today, and it will be true in the future. True love is the most important factor in creating a happy family. My husband and I bless the marriages of couples of all races, nations, and religions, and provide true family values education for the sake of creating families of true love. With true love, you can gladly give your life for your family. Sacrificing your life for your family is at once heroic and tragic. I am reminded of a very sad event that took place in Belize, Central America in early 2019. A Japanese couple, Takayuki and Junko Yanai, who participated in the 1988 blessing ceremony of 6,500 couples, have been doing mission work in Belize since 1996. One night, an armed burglar broke into their family home. He shot at Mr. Yanai, but at that instant, their third son, 19-year-old Masaki, jumped in front of the bullet, giving his life to save his father. When I received the report of this event, I closed my eyes, unable to speak for some time. Of course, no family lives in perfectly tranquil life, but it is truly heartbreaking to see a family meet with such a terrible tragedy. I also know the pain of losing a family member, of saying goodbye to a child while remaining in this world myself. 4 of my children have already departed this life. Is not every father and mother committed to give their life to save their child, as Misaki did for his father? Love between parents and children most resembles God's love. Love within the family is the model of the love that God desires us to practice in all spheres of life. There are stories like that of the Yanai family, where misfortune suddenly comes from the outside. But there are also stories where families bring misfortune upon themselves. Discord between husbands and wives is one of the main reasons our world cannot be at peace. There are 7.7 billion people on earth today, but the creation of peace really depends upon 2 people, 1 man and 1 woman, that is, a husband and wife. People enter into various types of relationships and encounter different kinds of problems. But the root of all these problems is the same, the flawed relationship between man and woman. Peace will come when 2 people, a man and a woman, trust and love each other. If men and women can fulfill their mutual responsibility to trust and love each other, the world will become the happy place we all wish it to be. I'm saying that each person's happiness depends on his or her ability to achieve peace in their marriage and family. When true parents, true spouses, and true children form a peaceful family, happiness follows naturally. Harmony is created when parents, children, and grandchildren unite in heart. No matter what difficulties come, the parents' heart of love for their sons and daughters and the grandparents' heart of love for their grandchildren should never change. Grandchildren also need to respect and love their grandparents. The greatest happiness is generated within the family where 3 generations live together in love. Children of true filial piety are those who sacrifice for their parents, just as their parents have sacrificed for them. Before striving to be a loyal patriot, each person must first become a filial child before his or her parents and a sibling who sacrifices for his or her brothers and sisters. A man or woman becomes a truly filial son or daughter when he or she is married. Truly filial sons and daughters are those who present children to their parents, thereby becoming true parents themselves. The family is the world's most important institution, and Heavenly Parent created it to be the environment of the greatest happiness and goodness. The goodness is because your mother and father are there, and the happiness is because your brothers and sisters are there. All people, without exception, miss their hometown. When we live in a foreign land, our hearts ache for our hometown. We miss our nation because our hometown is there, and we miss our hometown because our family is there. A flower called sacrifice. It was 1961, and our church was filled with brides and bridegrooms standing solemnly side by side, each bride holding a bouquet. Outside the gate, however, angry parents gathered. Through the windows came the clamor of raised voices. I'm absolutely against this wedding. Stop it at once. How on earth can you think this is a real marriage? They energized each other with their outrage. That Mr. Moon took my daughter to marry her off like this. I will never give my consent. Let her out of there. One of them even threw coal ashes over the gate, dirtying the wedding gown of a beautiful bride. When the Unification Church conducted its first large wedding ceremony, many throughout Korea stood in vehement opposition. Parents opposed to the wedding turned the neighborhood around our church, where the newlyweds should have been congratulated, into a place of pandemonium. There are no words to describe how severely we were attacked and maligned at that time, yet we overcame the hurt and embraced the opposition. We have conducted what we call the blessing ceremony for over half a century, blessing in marriage hundreds of thousands of couples of all races, nations, and religions throughout the world. This is a testimony to the fact that the blessing ceremony is a manifestation of God's love and truth. The marriage blessing ceremony, conducted by the true parents, is a sacrament rooted in single-minded devotion. It is a ceremony of true love, and true love embodies sacrifice. A poet once said, "Love is the pain of giving up myself." We cannot achieve true love without offering ourselves. Man is born for woman and woman for man. Naturally and joyfully, we should sacrifice ourselves for our beloved. This is nowhere more evident than in our cross-cultural marriages. You have graduated from a prominent university and you have a good job. Think about it. The person who is to be your spouse is of a different race, and her family lives halfway around the world. Are you going to go through with this? When asked such a question, most people will waver. Our members, on the other hand, immediately answer, "Yes, I will. I am thankful to do this because it is for a great purpose." The Unification Movement teaches that intercultural, interracial families are the key to world peace. During my husband's life, most of our members requested that he and I arrange their marriage for the purpose of their making a complete offering of their lives to God. In many cases, if not most, they knew that this meant they would be dedicating their life to someone who was quite different from them, who might not speak their language or know their culture. They wanted their marriage to be grounded in nothing but God, true parents, and the principles of peace. Our brides and bridegrooms requested this path with gratitude, but their parents sometimes desperately opposed it. It was the parents of thousands of Korean-Japanese couples that faced the greatest difficulty. One Korean father represented many when he wrote to my husband, "When I think about what we suffered under Japanese colonial rule, my blood still boils. To think that my son will marry the daughter of our enemy nation. I will never accept a Japanese daughter-in-law into our family. Never." Many parents of the Japanese brides felt the same from their side of the divide. Jesus said, "Love your enemy." Most people admit that a peaceful world will come only when we love our enemies. Nonetheless, it is not easy for most of us to translate Jesus' words into action. Some brides and grooms bit their lips as they took part in these joint wedding ceremonies. Their course was by no means smooth as they prepared for their marriage and spent the first years of their lives together. But their commitment to live for a purpose beyond themselves, centered on God, gave them the strength necessary to liquidate the underlying terrible history of their two nations that had been enemies. They were able to dissolve this bitter root through coming to understand each other and healing each other's pain. Jim. Thank you, True Mother.
You, wow. Thank you. Thank you, True Mother. You and Kathleen. All right, any reflections? Comments? Keyword, yes, Reverend Sebastian.
Well, just briefly, the model that True Parents chose for this international interracial marriages blessings was world peace through ideal families. And that's so incredibly revolutionary and profound. It just kind of blows my mind every time I think about it. And also the way that humorously it was kind of made palatable by ideal. Is like, I deal with this and I deal with that. I'll make it through. Okay. So I think that was one of the two children who coined that phrase, you know. So
Benjamin did that, yeah.
It's just incredible. Totally. Also, the other thing that really kind of puzzles me is why everybody was so much against, you know, this marriages. Yes, we can understand some of the details, but just yeah, in a culture where matching is actually something normal, in a culture where family, you know, filial piety and all that kind of family unity is normal, and then have that kind of a thing happen, it's just it's kind of, for me, it's kind of like a sign that it's so absolutely revolutionary that people would come out against it so much. Yeah. But just on the third point, lastly, all these blessings that we are celebrating on the anniversaries, actually just celebrated 1874, and then now the 69, well, the extended 430 with the 69 blessings, 13 couples. What did I want to say? Yeah, True Father said that, yeah, all your blessings, all these blessings have been for indemnity up till 1874 couples. And then in 82, True Father said that your blessing is for love. It's you're able to love each other. The other ones were all just foundational, under the water, laying a foundation for you guys to love each other. So I have to always think about that and how grateful I am to all the earlier couples that are, you know, are with us, like Dr. Stewart right here, 1800 couple, and I don't know if anybody else here is an earlier couple, but most of us are either 82 and up. So yeah, I'm very, very grateful, and I can see the indemnity in the dynamic of these couples. It's so obvious. It's all indemnity, you know, but we're standing on that foundation. Okay, God bless you.
Yeah, thank you, Sebastian. I mean, you can see, I mean, that explains why I appreciate the, you know, first gen so much. Your blessing is very different than mine. Yours was it was wartime marriage. You know, you married to end the wars of these intercultural issues, you know, and Father would take the love your enemy to the extreme, you know. And I think for these, in the defense of those raging parents who made a pandemonium, I mean, it's one thing to think your child joined a cult. It's another thing when they marry without your permission or blessing into it. So I can understand why they would be upset, to say the least. But that was, I think, is their price to pay too. You know, the couple suffer, but the parents of these couples also suffer too.
Mhm.
And I only have compassion for everybody and appreciation. including my own parents. My mom suffered a lot to marry my dad, and it kind of destroyed her family, actually. Anyways, but in the end, they finally did study the principle and understand. And when my sister was born, they changed. And like you would expect, right? Those grandbabies, those little peacemakers, that's what they are. So yeah.
Yes, and I just wanted to say that 1982 was a soldier's blessing too. uh, Sebastian, it was also a wartime blessing too.
Definitely.
Transition.
But I just thought about mother a lot last night when I heard that she says that she wakes up in pain and she goes to bed in pain. She has to take sleeping pills to go to sleep. She wakes up in pain and goes to bed in pain. And I just thought about how great that, what a great mother she is. She's a great mother, right? She's a great mother. I mean, never before has a woman been in her position in this world, in the cosmos. She's the first woman to clearly set the stage for the femininity of God. The femininity of God has never been seen. It has never been even talked about. But the femininity of God is right before us now, expressing all the time what God, the feminine aspect of God really needs and really wants, as far as the family is concerned, as far as the children is concerned, as far as the world is concerned. But this morning, that just came over me. I just thought about that. She in pain, but she still gets up. She still talks to us. She still loves us. And, so sometimes I say to myself, what am I to complain about? I might not can sleep or my leg might be hurting, but what am I to complain about when this woman is in pain for the world, So let us always pray for mother's strength and her health and for her longevity. Because I can't imagine what it's going to be like with mother not here. I can't imagine it. I'm not even trying to imagine it right now, because I see a lot of things that I know are out of order, and even in my own life, So let's just really pray for mother's longevity, for, to be here with us a while longer. I know she's in pain and she's suffering, but I just don't want to see her go. I can't imagine her going, So let's pray for, okay, let's pray for mother deeply, deeply, with tears, Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I wasn't participating in the 1982 blessing, but I was around. And I know that many, many, many couples left the church because of that wartime soldier blessing. So I want to just say thank you to all those who stayed, all those who endured and worked things out with their spouse. They deserve a lot of credit for their faith in God and true parents. And that in spite of whatever they may have gone through with their spouses, they stayed, they endured, and they made children, grandchildren. So I feel like these are champions. Our brothers and sisters especially from that blessing, 1982, they're champions. God must love them so much and be so grateful and proud of them that in spite of incredible obstacles, they endured. They endured and they learned to love each other, and they have made beautiful, blessed children. And I just feel thankful that they're all, those who stayed are, they're still here. And, it's just a wonderful, wonderful testimony. So thank you.
Remember, we made history, the first great blessing in America. And whenever I went back to Madison Square Garden, and I went to the place where we were blessed in And I talked to this man that worked there, and I told him I was blessed here. And he said, wow, that was the most beautiful thing I ever seen in my life, you know. And he remembered, you know, all those, he remembered. He was an older man too, still working there. But he said, you know, some of the couples come back and they be in tears that they left or they weren't together. He said, are you still together? I said, yes. And he said, wow, that Reverend Moon is a great man. I never will forget that. And we are history for America. We are the first in America to have all have such a large wedding. So let's not forget that. Yeah.
Kathleen, Aunt Therese wanted to say something. I'm raising my hands for her.
Okay, thank you.
I wanted to say I was, as many times as I've read True Mother's memoir, I had never particularly clicked on this, but she was talking about the happiness, the goodness in the family, and she said there was goodness there because the parents were there, and happiness there is there because of the brothers and sisters. So seems like a very small point in comparison to the wonderful things that several of you have just offered. But thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank
I really
you.
want to, thank you. I really want to acknowledge all that was said. It was, everyone need a, yeah, again, yes. 1982, definitely a wartime blessing. And my parents can definitely, I mean, just hearing their story is definitely not a happy go lucky love, you know, situation. The also what you said about really praying for mother. I was reading Keisetsu's report about his experience in Korea, and you know, because his purpose for being there is to understand the mindset of these missionaries that are coming. And what he found was it took him a few days to really understand or really feel mother's heart, because they do these long vigils, you know, and by the end he really felt again the how mother's taking sleeping pills, you know, mother's taking sleeping pills at night. This is not just some ambiguous general pain mother's experiencing. It's a very real one. It's a very restless, and it's like for all of us, we have a choice. We can stop being a messiah whenever we want and just do whatever, you know, just take a rest. But mother, she doesn't have that choice. She's a messiah every moment of her life. And in a way, she's trapped in this responsibility. And unless we bring the result, she cannot rest. It's a very real thing for her. And so these missionaries are coming here with that sort of desperation or that sort of heart. Now we have to channel it into something constructive, you know. We can't just let them go run out in the streets and start. But we need to channel that into a very sustainable and strategic plan. But let's not mistake the tears that they have for mother, and that we all need to inherit that as well. That's what everyone is saying. So yeah, I appreciate that a lot. And yeah, mother is she's so clear. I don't know anyone who's as clear as she is about what world peace actually looks like. You know, she's building cafes, she's building these beautiful things, and it's like mother's like, I want to show you the kingdom of heaven is real. It's a real thing. It's not just some idea or, you know, just reading scripture every day. No, it's a real thing. And I think this generation can understand. I think they can see it. And I think they are seeing it. Very hopeful. Thanks. Again, it kind of goes back to my analogy with the cruise ship, right? It's like the grandparents wanting their family on the cruise ship, but they missed the boat. And so you're tormented by this vision of peace and joy and excitement, and only your children are completely clueless and lost. So I think that's what mother, she's tortured by this vision of beautiful world, and we're all just stuck in the muck. So we got to get out of the muck, you know, and see the Hyojung inside of each of us, the creative nature that we have, all arts and culture and problem solving and strategic thinking and the now alchemies of making money, and like with it, that is the world that's inside of us. We just have to, you gotta break through. Joel, you want to say something? Maybe you can close us out here.
Actually, yes, I do. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Thank you, Reverend Milhan. To be honest, I was really appreciating this morning's reading. Thank you very much, Auntie Kathleen. And what stands out to me is thinking about my parents and what they have sacrificed and gone through for true parents. And what makes me think of even more so is my own age and mortality, and what I want, to happen, what I want my own mother to see happen with me before she transitions. I don't like thinking about, reality checks, like, that these things are inevitable, but it is actually helping me to really kind of charter my course. What am I going to do? How is it going to represent my family? How is it going to make my mother feel? And then these are the kind of thoughts that make me think about True Mother, and what it means for the Unification Church. Like, I don't really want to think about True Mother passing, but common sense depicts that we aren't spring chickens anymore. So what I really want is to see True Mother happy with what we can do for the young people, because we have to have a future for our church based on young people. So we have to make her happy with what we're teaching young people, getting them together to bring back family values back into the schools, into the churches, into life itself, because this world has become so comfortable with the present norm of having transgender people go to, like, preschools and perform and stuff like that, and they don't want Bibles and stuff in the schools. So it's up to us to really kind of, based on the first generation's sacrifice of really trying to create a family atmosphere, when it was so detrimental back in the day, when parents didn't see something that benefited them, but they weren't operating on Jesus's time or true father, Heavenly Father's time. So when true parents created that, it was kind of taking marriage back to its rightful place. And a lot of people were bitter. So that's why, our hats go off to first generation, mothers and fathers and husbands and wives who did what they did. And for the longevity that, some of them still being together, it's so amazing. So we, as not necessarily second gen, but like maybe Jacob's children, as a part of that, like, when Reverend Stevens was saying the things that his parents went through, is a culmination of who he is today, and the amount of respect I have for him, for his role and what he does, because I see him kind of like how I saw President Obama. You know what I mean? This man has a role. It's very powerful. It's very, very, very interesting to see how sometimes, a person can go through certain things, and, it does age people. And sometimes I look at him and I see how he treats his family, how he respects and loves his family, and the things that he has to go through. And I think about my parents the same way. And I'm just like, okay, the thing that he does the best that I've seen so far is how he takes care of his children. And that's the kind of world he's creating for them. So I want us all to really have this attitude of, how can we create this atmosphere and attitude that True Mother, if she does pass, she'll go happily, like, okay, you know what, I'm leaving back something that the children I have, the spiritual children I have, are taking care of business, that I know that we're leaving something behind that can be multiplied and grow exponentially into a world that we should have. So I just, I'm appreciating all of this all the readings, and I just want us to come together to make True Mother happy, so that she can just stick around to be happy, to enjoy it. You know what I mean? Instead of working so hard at her age right now. So let's all come together and make True Mother happy by doing what we got to do, and really pass on this kind of lineage to really subjugate Satan. Thank you very much.
I think when we have 3 generations of true parents, I think that's when Mother can rest. Yeah. Me too. Actually, I want to see that too before I die. I want to see meet kids and have kids of their own. I mean, that's when I know everything's going to be okay. There's those 3 generations, and that includes spiritual children too, not just biological. Yeah. All right, Wednesday.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for all your wonderful sharings. Do we have any prayer requests today? I'd just like to remind everyone to please pray for Wilson, who's having some health issues. All right, family, let's get ready for our residence prayer with 3 Abaji Omnis.
Panchimon residence prayer, Shijak, Abaji, Omoni, Abaji, Omoni, Abaji, Omoni.
Let's pray.
Good morning, the 29th of February 2024. This is a truly excellent
Thank you so
day
much for
for
another day.
this year.
Thank you for waking us up.
All that you really connecting
God, we
with
thank you
the
for
live
these
class,
who had
the balance for Four
mission
Seasons and
creation
creations.
because God,
Thank you for True Mothers Memo and talking about Buddha
God,
in
I
between
thank you
men and women.
that they welcome
Men and
us
female.
here, even in America, where they've been,
The
and to
sanctity,
all of the youth from the American government, from America, and from all of
this
the
couple. The family can
friends
grow. Where family
wherever they had
can vision
went
in
heart to it
the homeland. Fathers,
God
sometimes
that
it is not easy. Life,
would even
we have
Korea
many
turned
issues
their
coming
back on their
in limitations.
Parents,
Fathers,
we love
I just want to pray,
this
Father,
new truth.
Koreans. We
oh God,
love
Have
my daughter
Peter,
Judy Ann
hard
Green,
that
mother, my son Joel Green,
tried so hard to get here.
Buddhist
But Korea could not
foundation,
stop
true parents.
the world now. They
So
went into the world
very
and
important
turned their
to
back
so
on it.
many,
parents,
but
I
everything
thank you for the
hopeful
people here in America,
to understanding
those black pastors
and
opened up the doors for
the teaching, mother's teaching of
pastors.
God's word.
They went
Welcome.
using their congregation
Father,
or
this
one that
way,
had
Father, all
children.
Father, omniscient, omnipotent God,
All of
where
all of them
really
and
created this creation through science, through our study,
all of them. I know they're
and
working
we
so
are.
hard to get away from
It all depends on
paying for all of those ministries hard.
we grow
every day.
Look, it will take the time to read
Gone,
and
all
say,
gone.
the
Running
way,
those churches still
always
on.
way.
Running those, some are
well,
still there.
the purpose of
Running
Without
those
work.
ministry is
ministry yard.
reach an ideal man
You have to
where
understand those young
the whole
people.
world is
Also,
To
there
understand
The
that
Messiah,
love and
you have
bring them to
they need to have
this never happened.
to go there and not even this
job as
visit
There's
and
they
no
have
help
to
pain,
fall and
start
listen.
over
no,
condition,
you
sorry.
to
follow
your will, to the church.
And many
To who the minister is and
today
so much to do.
you know
Dear God,
have a very
heal me and really help me
religion that
to really be
The
teaching the
miracle
it
Father
is
that we
at the churches
reason,
everything. He is a person.
the
He is a being
also
with the
guiding them,
wives,
the way
taking
to
care of those
be
grow
helping them to grow,
know not
and
what
the
God,
way
let
to
us
each
remember
other.
Jesus. Let us remember, and I know there are a lot of houses
Being
the Creator
have
God,
to pay
a
this
lot of houses
the
who know God, but they know that they
to them
got
and
to know
this
even
time
visit
to
them under
uh,
his
everything.
really
Know that it's
to
salvation.
was
and working ever
Praying
since
that
from
at
this
least
catch
from
on
that
all around the
situation
world.
to
the
Wars
way
can be stopped.
demonstrate
Yeah, we can
Father,
stop
pass
the
wars.
on
sons and
king
We can
daughters
stop racism.
you
We
that
can
he
stop everything.
all
is not
depend on
against you.
abortion.
Dear God,
It's
I
all
thank you.
fall and
God
bow,
predestined
bow
concerning
down vehemently.
purification
Serve and will keep
still
one more time.
upon
your word with you, Father.
Never giving up,
Lift up my
believing
mother,
in us.
application.
We could overcome.
not have
We could overcome finally
I am
Scripture,
what I
dominion
have to do.
over
So,
I understand.
our earth.
creation,
Pray if this is right.
the providence
I yield to
It has
was
taken so
for
long.
humanity.
We rebuke
Through
everything
such
in my name.
difficult things to
This
overcome,
mission
Tell
of ours
you
creation.
establish your sons and daughters, your
Restoration
daughters, your
of
sons
our
and daughters.
the
Still in the process,
past,
process
the practice, and
finally,
the demonstration
finally, a
of
man
that
of the
purpose.
house of God
We are
helps
so
fulfill the
grateful
role,
that
should
we have an
have
example. We have a victorious foundation,
there will be growth, increase, and
the
development
creation.
in a new world and kingdom in
But
heaven.
now, please
Your
forget,
John order
forget that we are
is
not
never giving
doing
up on
enough.
that dream, that vision,
100% for our life.
the guidance of God.
Father, we always challenge
Patient capability of the
will,
rest.
Father, our
Show
portion.
that it is really making a difference and that we
But
start to grow
we are not many,
into
only 1%
substantial supporters
are
of
true
the kingdom of
character.
heaven and
You are
substantial supporters
95%
of true
of
character.
your creation.
Thank you, guide us to go forward,
Also,
clear, receive
never give
speeches
up
and have been inspired to
in
overcome
praise or
routines
of preaching. For the reason this time, third generation,
become
third
part of
generation,
our
sometimes they know
begin to
because of our
everything
environment. Some of us
in
very
motion
young.
quickly.
We didn't know how we can
We
many
can expand
child,
ability, we can expand
children,
ability.
generation
Teach and educate.
still
However, America is
since
going to
question
be
responsibility.
a country that
Father,
leads the world
please let us
in
pray for the sake of
Christian understanding
for the
to
sake of
complete the testament of his
future
country,
generation,
fulfill its mission of
transition
investigating the world, protecting the world,
because still water
using
has been
itself
running,
so they can change
praying,
themselves and Buddha.
leading.
Yeah. Now we'll sing Tanchim God.
도 미주고 도 주고 일백번고 주고 백골이 진도되요 넋이라도 잃고 없고 임형하니 변탄치 다시 줄이 있으랴 임형하니 변탄치 다시 줄이 있으랴
전지현 참 부모님께 희양배 하러 Now I have 3 cheers of 억만세.
경구이 합신 한우 부모님 억만세 전진 참부모님 억만세 victory for the Chanchumon Resonance Prayer 억만세
Thank you, everyone. Pastor Milhan sent out an email last night, but for those who haven't read it yet, we are having Sunday service at the Harlem Family Center this Sunday because they're having a conference at 43rd Street, so we can't use our room. But it will still be shown live on YouTube, and Facebook, in case you're not able to make it there. I know for some people it's a long. Huh? For some people it's a little difficult to get there. It's long distance, but hopefully you'll be there. Pastor Reverend Sebastian.
Yeah, just wanted to mention that today is a special day, 29th of February. It comes only every 4 years, and it's amazing that Yako-san is here celebrating her 52nd birthday, spiritual birthday today.
Oh, wow.
Miracles.
52 years. Woo!
Wow. Thank you.
Hard to believe. Gosh.
I remember that today I said,
Yeah.
yeah.
Happy anniversary. Do we have any other announcements?
yes so yesterday was Sune's 8-day ceremony.
Oh, God
Everyone
bless
that
her.
came over. Everyone, she was coming over so early. I'm like, whoa, why are you coming so early? And I was like, oh, for the 8-day ceremony. I have some pictures. Reverend Dasa has more, but I have a few here. Kind of see
Oh,
what's going on.
Wow.
Blessing was all dressed up. Needed.
oh. Look at all that hair. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
I would like to really thank everyone. We have really received great spiritual support, from the beginning of the pregnancy, up to now. We have really received a lot of spiritual support. It's became, our family became really the prayer subject for the Kodan ministry. They've been praying for this every single day. Yes, and all the members, everybody have really supported us with the deep prayers or spiritual support and every type of support. Yeah, thank you so much. And yeah, that was a great victory. It was a great victory. And I say, well, now these are spiritual or biological children, so we need to really tie the bells. Well, for spiritual children, as right now, our church also is, at the peak. New York, is really in the lands of true mother. So just as we need to work more also for spiritual children. Thank you.
This is our first baby in our Chuncheon.
Right, I was gonna say that exactly.
Yeah, it's historical right here.
Our first 8-day ceremony baby, many more to come,
Yeah,
and spiritual babies too.
that's right. Yeah.
You know, Caleb prayed in this Chuncheon one, a few different times.
Good.
He did a resonance prayer with us once too. So
Oh, that's wonderful.
we got spiritual babies, physical babies.
Yeah.
Babies,
what
babies,
beautiful.
babies.
Thank you for sharing these beautiful pictures. Gosh, such a.
Yep. Spring
John
is
and
coming.
Crystal prayed in the Shimshawan.
That's right, they did too. You're right. Yes. So the spiritual baby preceded the physical. All right. And
Well, thank you.
Danny, that's kind of my theme right now. I think we need to see these spiritual children as babies. They have drama, they cry and scream, and and we have to look at it in a different way. Look at it. This is spiritual infancy.
True.
And we got to be patient and change diapers, change those spiritual diapers, we got to do that. But have fun with it, and do it together as a community.
Yakusan, celebrate well today. It's a special day. Celebrate it, It's an achievement. 52 years. Good
Is that
luck with you.
spiritual? Is that spiritual or physical?
Yeah, she's physical.
Happy spiritual birthday, Ayako.
That's
Happy
spiritual, right?
52nd.
Good luck with chess ministry tonight, Pastor Milhan. Good luck with chess ministry.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. God bless you.
Okay, thank you.